You can capture images and send them to the output panel for print. The way to do that, let's take particularly this panel image. Here we've selected base panel image. We're just going to load it up from the patient list. And once it's loaded up, we can select particular window level that we wish. Now, we can add the name by clicking the letter I and clicking the letter A for orientation. Now, to capture this, we could do it two ways. We could right-click it, go to Capture. Also, you could press the letter C on the keyboard. Quickly press the letter C on the keyboard. You might hear a little click on the computer. Go to the output panel, okay, and let's go capture this way. Once you've got in the output panel, however many images you have, you can select just the one by one format. There's just one. You could go to printer if you got a printer hooked up, or you go save as. You can save it as a JPEG file, let's say. Just rename it what you wish. Send it to where you wish. You could go to a simple report feature. That if you've got simple report selected, you can pick a particular name of a doctor. Well, that'd be you, your patient. We would set this up for you on site, and a little logo. And you can type in the fields here. The second page is where you'll see the patient information on the screen, the image that you captured. Okay, so that's quickly how you can make your capture in that regard. Okay, so once it's captured, you go to the output panel, and there are your images to select. And you can also email them, by the way. If you have Outlook email, you can select email, and it'll automatically attach in that way. So that's how you capture images. Now you can send it back to the DICOM server by this, meaning if you just want to rename it, practice, so you can save individual JPEG images. I probably wouldn't need to do it here with the panel. Well, let's go to a 3D image, let's say. So to do that, you come in Output, go to Review, and actually go to Patient List, and then you'll load up the 512 slices up here. Double click or hit the load icon, either one works. We'll delete what's in the output panel for now. So when you get that, it says delete. As long as you've done something with it in the output panel, save it as a file or print, then you could delete whatever is in your output panel as long as you know what you have done with those particular images. When you're in the 3D mode and you got the axial, coronal, and sagittal screens, if you want to save a particular feature that you want to do, let's just go to, let's say, this screen here. Let's say you want to save this and save it to the output panel. So a number of ways of doing that. You can simply, whatever highlighted box, wherever you're pointing your arrow, you see the red frame around the outer periphery, that is the active box. So whether you just press the C on the keyboard with the highlighted red box around the frame, whatever you wish, whatever frame you wish, or you can right click, you can capture whatever the red frame is as a single capture. If you want to capture all views, press capture all views. It captures everything on the screen. So that is how you can capture images. So to demonstrate that, we capture all views. Okay, we go again to the output panel. Okay, and let's change the format. So you know you've got 4 images, so you can go print format 2 by 2, or you got 4. Okay, so you can print, save as, simple report, email, film. Don't worry, that's just basically like if you have a thermal printer, mostly for hospital grade, large clinics, but probably you don't need this for film, real printer. Now, if you go to DICOM server, here's what you could do. You click DICOM server. Okay, actually, even before you do that, series description. In this case, we'll just call it test. So what you do is you click that, hit DICOM server, and you're sending it back to the own PC, your own PC. You're sending it back to the patient list. So after you've done that, go back to patient list, update patient list, and once you do that, highlight the name, see test. The image is 4. That's the 4 images you set up, and you can just simply scroll down and see individual 4 images that way. But most likely, most of the time when you're in the output panel, it's so that you can print and or email. So that's how you do it. Either C on the keyboard, capture, or right-click and capture as well. Not from this screen. Okay, but from this screen, again, the letter C for capture. Press it just very quickly. Or one can right-click, capture, or capture all views. Once you do that, you must, in this case this frame is highlighted, hit capture. You must go to output panel, and then you must go to capture first, then output panel, and then from output panel you have your functions on what to do. Okay, so that's a quick way of capturing and saving. Um, Another quick way you can do it too is if you don't want to go to the output panel, let's go to review. Let's say you launch a 3D. You could just right-click it and go save image. See, go down to save image, and you can save it directly into a particular file, wherever you want to call that file, and select JPEG, bitmap, or DICOM. Usually JPEG is sufficient. Okay, so once you hit save, it goes to where you want it. Make sure the file name, you highlight this, either delete it or type right over, and type your patient name in before you capture. Okay, or save as a file. That way it's already saved. All right, so that way when you recall it, you can simply have the patient name, you know who the patient is, and so you can identify it when you do something with that captured image. Okay, well, that about does it for capturing.